Hello and welcome to the Hobby Corner. My name's Kev and today we are going to have a look at this bloody thing that you've probably got sick of seeing for ages now, let alone very recently, as every YouTuber who has a few quid has probably bought it. So let's have a look right after this. So welcome back. So as you can see, I've got the hard card version. You can have the just the plastic sleeve with the bits inside. If you get it from supermarkets, usually this is from WH Smith. So first couple of issues they normally have it on the hardback, but we'll get rid of that anyway. I apologise for the tiny field of view, but if I zoom out, which I can't zoom out, I'm too close. So yeah, we'll just deal with it how it is. Right, so pop that bit out, pop the magazine off as well. I'm not going to take all of the plastic off because that stuff is proper sticky. Alright, come on. Christ alive, they really don't want me to keep hold of this plastic sleeve. Alright, for the Emperor! I defeated it. Oh, and I knocked everything over. Alright, big tripod. Come on. There we go. There we go, look at that. All the bits on the back, we've already explored this. They have your collect, read, build, paint and play sections. So there's 5 sections instead of 4 as of before in the previous iterations of the Warhammer 40,000 and Age of Sigmar ones. Shows you a little bit of riff-raff on the back there. Don't miss issue 2, that's only $5.99 with the 3 dudes and the paint. And then of course you get issue 3, some assault intercessors and some paint, and then those dudes, and then the exclusive in number 5. But we already know all this because I've done a video on the first 10 issues content, which was nicely supplied by Mr. Fauxhammer, which, by the way, big shout out to him, because if it weren't for him I wouldn't have a second copy of this to have a look through before the deliveries go up. So yeah, big shout out to Mr. Ross. Let's have a look. Right, so we have these 2 very nice minis. We have the, what is it, the Intercessor Lieutenant, Primaris Lieutenant, sorry, and the Royal Warden from the Necrons. Very nice minis. 6 dice and some bases. So I guess they get you to play as soon as you build it. That's a pretty cool range ruler. Much more interesting than the Age of Sigmar one, which is quite plain really, but there we go. So I'll pop that over there. What else do we get? We also have a play mat. Of course we got a play mat with some nifty tokens, which I assume you cut out. Oh, and then you got the reverse. Aha, nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like the look of that. The Necron Tomb World coming alive. Okay, so what else have we got here? We have our first pullout, and it is Imperial Task Force Ultramarines. The Ultramarines are one of the most famous Space Marine chapters. They have served the Emperor for 10,000 years. The Ultramarines attached to Task Force 15 have been chosen to act as the spearhead for the Imperial force, entering the system ahead of their allies and establishing a beachhead in the system. So we are 100% definitely collecting Ultramarines in this one, unlike with Conquest where they mixed it up with Silver Templars as well as part of the collection, though all the paint guides and building guides were for painting Ultramarines. The exclusive bonus for the subscription was Silver Templar thing, which was the exclusive magazine chapter. So anyway, we'll digress. The war in the Pariah Nexus rages across dozens of systems, despite the presence of several Imperial Crusade fleets, including the colossal battle group Kalides. Progress against Necrons has been proven. So this is quite a recent campaign actually. This only started up last summer, so we're not actually that far behind the progressing storyline as far as things are going, unlike previous iterations of this magazine. So that's quite cool. We got the Zarakan Phalanx. So that's a nice tasty force there, isn't it? So of course that's all gonna be in your collection, and so is all of this stuff here, most of which was in the Indomitus kit, except the ATV that it wasn't. But yeah, it's a cool little Mario Kart buggy. The first battle of Megaria. Okay, cool. And then it says the invasion of Ramesses, kind of like Ramesses, isn't it? And the Zarakan, or Zarakan, I'm not too sure how you'd pronounce it, but either way, the Zarakan are the dynasty of Zarek, the Silent King. Across the Pariah Nexus worlds, they and the allies have erected pylons made of obsidian stone. These pylons protect the eldritch force that not only impedes space travel and navigation, but drains all hope and energy from living beings, eventually killing them. So they're just draining you to death. Pretty cool. So, the war for Ramesses. The Ramesses system lies in the Pariah Nexus, a regional space that has been transformed into a war zone. Here, the forces of the Imperium clash with relentless legions of ancient Necrons in an apocalyptic conflict. There you go. So that is what it's all about. Before it was the Plague War, with the Death Guard being the main antagonists, and now it is Necrons in the Pariah Nexus. Now, let me just come away a bit more, because this is going to be the big old poster thing. So you got your welcome into the thing. You got all your free gifts. Again, we've been through all of this. I'm quite looking forward to the high quality art prints. I hope they are actual like A3 or maybe A4 size at the very least, and not like A5, tiny card things. And of course all the usual stuff. You get a free binder. The other 3 that you'll end up getting in the collection you'll have to pay for, and it costs the same as an issue at full price. You got the very strangely shaped wine glass paint handle, which has been getting a lot of bad reviews, so we'll see how that goes. And of course you get your free bits and pieces. So if you are waiting for your delivery and you started from issue 1, you will get that free kit straight away with issue 1 and 2 in your first delivery, and of course that will help you get the stuff put together, because you are going to need at least clippers of some kind. So what else have we got? Wow, there's plenty to read here. Again, it's all stuff that we've read before. You got Armies of the Imperium, so you get to collect the Space Marines, Sisters of Battle, and Adeptus Mechanicus. So there are 3 forces of the Imperium faction, and of course you got the Necro Legions to fight against as well. You got the exclusive mini, you got all the stuff that you like, and the whole collection is there to see. It looks exactly the same as the picture we've seen before, so that's pretty cool. There's a few minis in there that I've wanted from the Necrons that I never got, so that'll be really cool. And of course a lot of the Primaris stuff in there that I hadn't already got in Indomitus, I hadn't really got before, so that'd be nice to get those bits as well. Never had Mechanicus and never had Sisters of Battle, so that'd be really cool to expand that. And then of course we've got this really nice poster, because of course you've got to have a really nice poster, haven't you? Otherwise what are you going to hang up to inspire you to paint? Down to size. Now this seems a bit thicker than usual issues. But anyway, introducing Space Marines, discovered their lead Necrons, and learned to play for the first time. So you got your little menu here. Of course, it will tell you roughly how you will file it as well. So it's always good to keep hold of the front cover until you get the folders. And it goes over the Primaris Lieutenant. That's right, I say Lieutenant, not Lieutenant, because I'm not American, and traditionally it's pronounced Lieutenant in the UK. The Blade Guard veterans are sort of styled like this as well, with the Storm Shield, but they normally have a big ass sword instead, rather than a Neo Volkite pistol, which is a badass weapon, by the way. And it's the Volkite pistols and Volkite weapons in as a whole were usually just available for the Horus Heresy collection, but they kind of brought that back in with this revamp. So it's pretty cool. And of course all the cool little details as well. And look at this. They brought a little bit of the old Conquest magazine back, so that's kind of a cool little thing. From Lucian Calcius. So he was Lieutenant Calcius from the Conquesting, and he was the magazine series exclusive for that issue 5. And it says, "How dare the Necron filth despoil the Emperor's realm with their foul presence? Intercessors, fire at will! Assault intercessors, strike the left flank! Blade Guard veterans, on me! Let us break their lines and crush them to dust! Courage and honour, brothers, for Guilliman and McCragg!" There you go. A little bit of voice acting. I know, it's pretty cool. Alright, so we have war kit details. The battle record. Oh, this is really cool actually. This is different. So, I mean, if you've all been following Fauxhammer, he did briefly go through the magazine, but he wasn't quite sure how much he could show at the time. And I hadn't really watched anyone else do their videos on this stuff, but oh my days, this is pretty cool. You got a name chart if you want to, like, you know, give it a name or whatever, or you can create your own. You've got record of battle, purity seals. This is interesting. This is very, very different. I think it's because it's bringing in the more narrative focused part of the 9th edition of Warhammer 40,000, which I wholly encourage, because without the narrative it's just boring, you know, battles, and you got to have a bit of story behind it. You got your Royal Warden Noble Commander. So again, got all their bits and pieces about them as well. The Relic Gauze Blaster is pretty nasty, and yeah, look, there you go again. All the bits and pieces, slightly different because of course it's a different faction, so you'd expect it to have a different bit of layout and ways to name things or to label things. And then of course we got Space Marines. So here's our first article. The Adeptus Astartes, known by most as Space Marines, are one of mankind's most powerful fighting forces. They have defended the Imperium with courage and honor for thousands of years, inflicting terrible feats upon humanity's many foes. Excellent. So again, I'm not going to read all the way through it because, you know, this is a review and not a read through, but yeah, I mean, $2.99. It's already, I'm already really liking it, for like how much content you're getting in it. Masters of Mankind. You have the Emperor. He's the founder and figurehead of the Imperium. He created the Space Marines for the purpose of conquering the galaxy and defending humanity's territories. He is now little more than a decaying corpse. What little remains of his mind and body is kept alive by ancient arcane machinery, and 10,000 souls sacrificed. 10,000 psychic souls sacrificed every day. So yeah, that's the thing as well. Rebuta Guilliman is one of the Emperor's Primarchs, superhuman created by the Emperor to lead his armies. Humans are made into Space Marines using genetic material of the Primarch. Guilliman is Primarch of the Ultramarines and as the last Primarch known in the Imperium. He is its Lord Commander. He was recently resurrected thanks to some strange Eldar magic, and then of course you got 1,000 chapters, so there's 1,000 known chapters. There could be more, it's hard to keep track, and here is some of them. And I like the fact that the Silver Templars are definitely canon now as well, so again that's a great callback. And then we have the Necrons. For 60 million years the Necrons have slumbered, as they have lain dormant, the stars have moved through the heavens, and countless empires have risen and fallen to ruin. Now the Necron race stirs from its long sleep, intent on reclaiming the galaxy and eradicating all who stand before them. Bum, bum, bum. So you have the Necrontyr, the race before the Necrons became a thing, the dynasties, so you know, the ruling families who essentially lead the whole race of Necrons, and then you have the Silent Kings, of which there is only one that we know of left. Then you've got your build section, which is pretty simple. Ooh, pull-outs, make sure you don't miss out. Woo, give that to your newsagent. And of course more, yes, we know what we're gonna get. And it says here, if you order from issue 2 you get issue 3 for free, which I think is a better deal than getting issue 2 for free, because issue 2 is only $5.99 and issue 3 is $8.99. so make of that as you will, but those who subscribed early to the trial got a free mug, so you know, make your mind up on that. Then it's got the how to paint Citadel miniatures, so this would be your front cover for your painting pullouts when you file that away. And of course you've got your different bits and pieces, how to use those paints, and then you have your gaming section, which I'm looking forward to doing. You got all your bits and pieces, that's cool. And then of course you got the mission briefing. Okay, so it says first contact, the Ramesses system is at war. On the surface of the industrial moon Megaria, a small force of Ultramarines have arrived to battle an invading army of soulless robotic Necrons. Alright, so it's laid out the scenario, the mission briefing, what you want to achieve for each of them, so that you've got restore dominance and halt the awakening, and yeah, boom. We also got rules set up as well. So you lay out your mat, you lay out your bits and pieces, you make sure you got all your wound markers and stuff. It gives you a nice basic sort of war scroll there. So those profiles, the datasheet profiles, sorry, I'm used to saying war scrolls from Age of Sigmar, but yeah, it's nice and basic, so you know how to move, you know what you need to roll to shoot, how many wounds your dude needs, so that's how many hits he gets before he's dead, and then your save, which is your armor protecting you from taking those hits, and then of course it tells you how many dice you roll for those weapons. That's pretty cool. By the looks of it, the Royal Warden's at a disadvantage, because at this basic stage it's harder to hit, it has less wounds, and it moves a bit slower. But this is a game of objectives, so they're already telling you how to play objectives, which is interesting. And then it tells you how to move, you know, from the front to the front, checking the dice rolls, how to track wounds, which is with those markers, and then of course is your example of how they played, so you know roughly how to play the game. So for example, Necrons turn 1 did the moving, claimed the objective, did some shooting, and then it walks you through that as well. What was it? Still turn 1, so of course you do your saves, you allocate the wounds that didn't get saved against. Oh, we've got a little bit of fancy graphics going on there as well. That's pretty cool. And then, you know, you put the wound marker down, and then of course it's Space Marine's turn 1. So you do your movement, your shooting, saves, and okay things. Activating the repair nodes. If the Royal Warden ends the turn with its base touching an objective marker, it can try and activate the repair nodes. Okay. Roll 1 dice. On the 5, it successfully activates a repair node, and then it wins. On anything under that, the station is broken and it will have to try again for another one. Remove the objective marker from the battle mat. That's an interesting little game mechanic. So I'd be really interested to have a go at that. Let me know if you want to see a mini battle report of that. I'll be more than happy to, and of course we already know what we're getting in the next issues as well. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. If you already got it, if you're already sick of seeing videos like this of it, and if you want to see more. And of course there's plenty of ways of supporting the channel, so if you want to see more content like this, please hit the subscribe button, throw down a like, let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you wish to support the channel in more ways, there are plenty of ways to do so in the description below, like donating money, joining Buy Me a Coffee like this legend over here, and of course buying more issues like this through Forbidden Planet. So there we go. Thank you again for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Big love to you. Peace. Oh, and before we... Here's ones I made earlier. Pew, pew, pew. Peace.